Hey, what's going on, guys? It is the SMT. Thank you for tuning in to watch this video. What I'm going to be doing with this series is I'm going to be calling this series Speed with Sneed. Yes, that's right. You heard it. Speed with Sneed. And what we're going to do is we're going to speed test some networks. What I'm going to do is, over the course of who knows how long, do some little special featurettes where I take a look at Verizon and T-Mobile and compare their speeds wherever I can find that they have shared sites. So wherever there are towers where I see both carriers are there, I'm going to speed test both networks at the same time and see what type of speeds we get on that same tower. So since it's a shared site, I say it's fair. As long as the devices are similar in their performance and what they can do, we can see what Verizon and T-Mobile are doing when it comes to their network performance. So this is Speed with Sneed 1. More to come, hopefully, if you guys like it. You let me know what you think by the end of this video or at any point during the video, what you guys want to see in the future, and if you like the format, if you want to see more like this. So without further ado, let's get into today's video now. What's up, guys? It's the SMT. Back with a video. A different one, something I don't normally do. Kind of like doing the whole vlogging thing or whatever. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a network comparison speed testing. What we're going to do is we're going to be testing speeds on the Verizon network and speeds on the T-Mobile network. And what we're going to do is we're going to access a shared site. Alright, so this is a location here at school where I work. And we're going to take a look at a shared site. We're going to run some speed testing. So in the second part of this video, you guys are going to see what these speeds are like from the two networks. So it's kind of overcast, it's kind of cloudy, not the greatest of conditions, I guess. But I wanted to share with you guys how I conducted the testing. So here's the first part I wanted to show you guys. So here's the stadium. Here's some shared sites there. Too much exposure there. Alright, so let's see if we can zoom in. Alright, so we've got some antennas there. Now, I couldn't tell you for sure, whose towers, antennas those are. But we've got those antennas up there. And then we have those antennas up there. So I'm 100% positive that T-Mobile and Verizon are here on this shared site. I'm going to try to zoom in and get you guys some details. I believe there's some birds nesting up there. Thought I saw some hawks earlier. I'm trying to hold a steady image there. Alright, so we've got those. And let me zoom out a little bit. Alright. And then we got that site right there. Maybe I can get some more detail here. Alright, so those are the two sites. I don't know whose equipment they are, like each one, each individual set of antennas. Alright, but that's the shared site. They're equal distance from where I tested, which was in my room. So I'm going to give you guys the speed test results on those, and you guys can take a look at how things turned out. It is about noonish in the afternoon. A lot of kids are at lunch. A lot of teachers are at lunch. I'm sure the network's being taxed. There's a lot of residential properties around the area, neighborhoods. It's not very commercial. There's not many businesses, but I'm sure there's tons of traffic, especially at lunchtime. Here at school, there's about 1,000 kids in the building. There's about 200 staff, stuff like that. So that's the expectation, is that there should be some kind of, a fair amount of capacity between the two networks. We'll see how they did in testing the two networks. So that'll be this next part of the video, and we'll get to that right now. What I'm going to do is give you guys a little bit of a usage experience in data speed testing between Verizon and T-Mobile. What we have is a situation where there's a shared tower, same site, same pole, same everything between the two networks. What I want to do is take some testing around the same time. So this is around lunchtime. A lot of users on their phones using the network, getting on Snapchat, whatever, YouTube, different types of apps, I'm sure. Lots of network strain and congestion. So what we're going to test here, this is my T-Mobile device. It's got my T-Mobile SIM card in it. We're going to test the LTE speeds on it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to see what type of bands we're connected to, the main bands. I'm sure it's aggregating some carriers there. You guys can see it is connected to band 66. I'm sure it's aggregating with some other stuff too. I want to say it's probably 3 carrier aggregation in this case, but it's probably going to be fast. So anyways, it's connected to band 66, at least 1 carrier. If not, I think it's probably 2 or 3 carrier aggregation, although I usually see a plus, LTE plus there. I'm not sure what's going on. I just restarted the phone, so all connections are new and fresh. No type of deprioritizing probably expected. Let's see what happens when we run the speed test. Alright, so this is T-Mobile network. You guys can see it there at the bottom. It's lunchtime. I'm going to run the first test. We are connected to T-Mobile USA. I'm going to change this to the closest one. That's, well, I guess we'll do a shared one here. Let's do CenturyLink, because I'm going to do the same thing with my Verizon line as well. See what type of speeds we get here. Alright, so you can see that down here it says T-Mobile USA LTE. Alright, hopefully it's not too blurry there. You guys can see the ping was at 57 milliseconds, 44 megabits per second on the download. Usually I see 4G plus or LTE plus or something like that. Alright, so not bad. 44 on the download, about 14 on the up. Let's go ahead and run another test here. Test again. Alright, so this is actually a decent area for T-Mobile. Can't say I've ever felt any slowdowns, any type of throttling, deprioritizing going on. This is pretty typical of what I see throughout the day. Very usable speeds, very good. Probably enough capacity to take care of any type of network traffic that's required. I'm just surprised that it's not getting, it's not showing the advanced LTE features. Usually I see 4G plus. I'm going to run one more test. But there you can see the downloads at 48 and the uploads at 16. Ping a little bit better this time around at 38 milliseconds. Let's see what the deal is here. Alright, so the ping came in a little high at 56. I usually don't see it that high. It's pretty rare. Usually when I see the T-Mobile ping, it's like 19, 23 milliseconds, something like that. But the download speeds are pretty consistent there. 47. We're seeing the upper 40 range on the download, and we're seeing like, mid-teens, high teens for the upload. Pretty good. Honestly, it's good speeds. It's usable. You wouldn't have any issues in terms of connecting to the network and using it for any processes, really. So there you have it. We're going to follow up here with the Verizon. You could see it just did 4G plus. I don't know, it just switched over. Let's test again, and just in case. Let's see what happens. Alright, so no real change, really. The ping is the same. Maybe it just wasn't registering as 4G plus or LTE advanced, but there you have it. You guys can see the speeds are very, very consistent, very steady, very usable, excellent in my experience. Never had issues with any type of video rendering, any type of downloads or uploads. It's always been excellent, very good. So I'm going to follow up with some Verizon testing. We'll get to that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch. Where is the open? I think I have the same app as the last one just to check the bands and whatnot. Or maybe it's a similar one. Okay, so we are running band 66. You can see it's the Verizon LTE network. I don't see LTE plus. It usually says it. I'm not sure why it's not. But like I said, probably multi-carrier aggregation. We're going to see some decent speeds. Usually it's very good around these parts here. You can see the timestamp. It's just a few minutes after my last round of testing. Let's go ahead and run the test and see what we get there. Alright, now I want to get connected to the same server. I'm trying to get consistent results here. So let's see, when it finds a server, I'll go ahead and change it to the same one. I think we had CenturyLink on the first one. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Alright, so the ping came in at 55 milliseconds. The download speeds in the low 60s. And it looks like the uploads are going to be pretty similar to the T-Mobile test. Alright, so a little bit faster actually. I'm gonna run another test. It looks like it did go into 4G plus. So let's see if that changes anything. Now, band 66 is an excellent band when it comes to capacity and speeds. You'll see a lot of carriers relying heavily upon it in areas that are, you know, well populated with lots of users on the network and things of that nature. So you can see download speeds are a little bit better here with Verizon than T-Mobile. And I think, you know, you think about what's going on with T-Mobile, they're kind of going through the network growing pains, currently dealing with congestion, a lack of spectrum, and we're kind of in a densification stage. I see a lot of small cells coming up in the Cleveland area, kind of addressing the issue. But you could see, you know, the Verizon speeds are a little bit faster, both on the upload and the download. I'll test one more time. You guys can see I am connected. It is 4G plus. We are running the Verizon network. You guys can see it here. Same server as the last round of testing. Here's your download speeds. Now I've gone well over my, you know, 22 gig allotment before I get deprioritized, so it's always possible, and you guys could see it in the live. You know, uploads are excellent. You guys can see that there. Ping is a little high. I mean, it's pretty typical of Verizon to range between like the upper 30s to the mid 50s. That's pretty much what I usually see. I'm gonna do one more test and then kind of wrap things up here. All right, so ping coming in the 50s for the most part in all the testing. Downloads ranging between the mid 30s to the, you know, 50s and 60s. Capacity is pretty good here. You guys can see the tower being close by does help. It's a pretty strong signal. I mean, I'm probably just, you know, 700-800 yards away from the tower. I'm inside of a cinder building, but I mean, tower's so close and there's lots of windows, so you know, getting a signal on Verizon is not difficult. So there you have it. There's the speed test results. Same tower, same distance from the testing location. You see the difference between T-Mobile and Verizon here on this particular site. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give me a comment down in the comment section what you guys thought of this testing, variables that may have affected the testing. But I just wanted to show you guys what it's like here, where you have a shared site between T-Mobile and Verizon, and what their speeds are like, how they're different, how they're similar. Thanks again for watching. Please like and share this video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload from the SMT. And of course, if you want to get more involved with the communities, we've got the Discord server, we've got the Sneed Mobile Tech Patreon page. Links are in the description box. And if you want to make a smaller occasional monetary donation to the SMT Productions, there's a PayPal share link down in the description box as well. Thank you guys for watching. I am the SMT, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.